So we will continue to study some advanced functions now. So we will go more the detailed analysis on the features. So let me open the first the modeling environment as usual. So here, click the new, and you need to select here the part as usual, the modeling environment. Then click OK. So what is important? Always you need to check here the measurement unit. So here, so I will check here the measurement unit. Then let me just change the background to the white. So it depends on you that in which background you will work. So that we started to analyze here the feature group. Yet you see here that the feature tab is selected in my cases. So feature tab is used in order to create the 3D model. So as we did in the practices and so on. So most of time that we have seen here the extruded boss and revolved boss and so on. And also we used how to use here the extruded cut and the revolved cut and so on. Also, we have learned how to create the fillet, the chamfers in the for example, let me open the one file here. For example, this practice. And if you look here, this is the model, and here you can see the history. Here the extruded boss, here the cut extruded, here the chamfer, here also the rib function, and several the function that you can use here to create the model. But here we have other the functions. Here you can see that the sweep boss or lefted boss or the sweep cut and the lofted cut, also the boundary cut and the boundary boss, and for example the wrap, and here the mirror and shell draft and other the functions to create the features. So now we will start to analyze these features. So they are called the advanced features. So for example, we will start from the sweep boss. So this one here, you see this. Let's try to analyze the meaning of the sweep boss. So let me open here this file here. I will create the one sketch. For example, I will select the front plane and select here the sketch. So it will be the normal to the zoom. So I will create here the one sketch. For example, we can create any arc with the 3 points. So like here. So I have this sketch, just single line, and I will exit from this sketch. And using this single sketch, I want to create the solid body, so the 3D model. So in this case, let's use here the sweep boss. So click here the sweep boss. If you click here the sweep boss, here in the left side, you will see here the menu for the sweep boss. So here by default, the sketch profile is selected, or you can select the circular profile. Let's for the beginning use the circular profile. So I will select here the circular profile, and I will select here the sketch. So I will select this my sketch, and if I select the sketch, you see here the solid body started to create it along this path. So this cross section of this one is a circular one, because here in the profile I selected here the circular profile. Here you see that the second option is selected. Also, you can define here the diameter of this solid body. In this case, it's a 10 millimeters. You can see here that it's a 10 millimeter. And I can increase here the value, so to the 20 millimeters. So it will become the diameter of this solid body becomes 20 millimeter. And here I can increase the more to the 30 millimeter and so on. So you see, just with a single pass, we created the solid body, which is the cross section is a circular one. So we can define the diameter of this solid body. If I click here, OK, so I will obtain the solid body, just single the section. And if you look here in the part navigator in the left side, that swept feature is created here. And the swept feature is also, which we call it as a sketch-based solid feature, because it has the sketch, initial sketch. If I open here this one, so it is the initial sketch, which is the arc, which I created before. So if I go to the edit sketch, so it will enter to the sketch, which is just single arc. So the swept also the sketch-based function, that is the feature. So here you can create the swept body. So you can go to the edit for the swept edit feature, and you will enter again for this feature group. And here you can define the dimensions. Also, let me just here open this one, so they are not important. So here we use it here the circular profile. So now let's see here the more advanced one. For example, let me open here another new file. So let me again create one sketch to the front plane. So again, let's create the same any arc, 3-point arc like here, and finish the sketch. So I have this again the path, we call it a path. That's now I want to create the sketch. That is, the profile is not circular but different sketch. So in order to do this, firstly you need to create the plane. So in order to create the plane here, we have here the reference geometry in the feature tab. So open here the plane. So you need to create here the new plane. Click here the plane, and click here the path. You see the plane start to be created, and click here as a second reference this point. So new plane will be created. That's the normal to this path. That is the passing through this point. So you see here, I will click OK to accept this plane. So I created new plane on this point, which is the normal to this path. And I want to create here the different profile, not the circular one. So I will select this plane, new plane, which I created, and select here the sketch. It will become the normal as usual. And let's create here for example, the different profile, not the circular one, but let's create here the rectangular profile. And we can add here the fillet to the corners. Let's add here the fillets to all the 4 corners. So dimension is not important here. So I will exit from the sketch. So here now I have the 2 sketch, which is the first sketch here, this arc here, and I created another sketch, which is this rectangular sketch on this new plane, and I want to create the solid body with this cross section, which is the passing through this line. So in order to do this, I will again select here the swept boss. So select the swept boss, and in this case here, you should select here the sketch profile. Before we have seen only the circular profile, but in this case we use here the sketch profile, and select here as a sketch profile. You see here this sketch. So this sketch, so in this case, you see it will start to create the solid body, and you see here the sketch as a path. This path is selected. So if I click here OK, I will obtain this kind of solid body, which is the cross section. In this case, it's not circular one, but which I defined it myself. So, and it is the passing that's through that as this path. So here the swept function is created, this feature. If I open here the swept function, I have the 2 sketch, which is the corresponding to this swept function. That first sketch here, this profile here, this one, and the second sketch is this pass here, this pass. So this is the pass. So it is composed by the two sketches. That is the profile, which is the rectangular, and the pass, which is the arc pass. So this is how to create the swap function. This is the solid body. So let's go to the edit feature here. So here we have also the control here, the some start point and end points also. If you open here this position here, you can create here the tangent here. Let me just close this one. So click OK here. So this is the swap boss. So let me just open the new file here. So you can create using the swap boss, like here this kind of the tube functions. That's the tubes. So let's try to create this one. So I will open the new file here. So let's select here the front plane sketch, and let's create here the line, starting from the origin, that vertical line, and continue at the horizontal line. And let's click here the select. And what is the important, that is the path should be the tangent. So here you see there is no any tangency, because here the sharp edge here. So when you are using the swap boss function, that is the path should be the tangent. So I need to create here some fillet. So I will create here the fillet here, the fillet in this corner. So we can increase here the radius, for example, to this value, and finish the sketch. So I have this pass. You see here that this become the tangent, and now I will use here the swap boss. I will select here the circular profile and select this pass, and you can increase here the value. So you will create, if you press here OK, you will create the solid body. You see that is if you go to the sketch, the section view, that you will see here, this is the solid body, that is the full of material. But if you want to convert this solid body to the tube, so you need to here add one more thing here. Here let me just delete this one. Then create the swap boss once more again. So here the circular one, select this one. I will increase here the value. And here we have this option, there is the scene feature. If I activated this scene feature, here that new menu will be opened. That is you can create the scene feature one directional, that mid plane, or the two directional. For example, let's see here the one directional, and you can define here the diameter. So let's type here the 2 millimeter and click OK. And you see here it will be converted to the tube, because I converted it. You see, if you select here the section view, then it will become the tube here. So here edit feature. Then this is the one directional, or you can make here the mid plane. So it will become the mid plane symmetric. So here, then if I click OK, so you can create the tubes like here. So Let me open another file here. So you can create this kind of the complex elements also. So let's try to using the swap. So I will open here the new again. Click OK. So click here the sketch tab. You can create the sketch not in the not in a plane, but you can also create in a space. So if you open here the sketch, that is, you see here the 3D sketch. So you can create the sketch on the space, not in the plane. Let me just explain. For example, I have this plane, and if I select here the sketch, and if I sketch any sketch on this plane, and if I exit from this sketch, so you see it is the drawn on the plane. So it is a two-dimensional. So it is drawn on the plane, but you can create the sketch directly on the space, in the three-dimensional space. In order to do this, you need to select here the 3D sketch. So I will select the 3D sketch, and I will, for example, select here the line, and I will try to draw here the line. You see, it will show that it's the horizontal, and you see here, I will directly create the line on the space. You can continue here the vertical, so it will create here the sketch on the space. So I will continue here to this position. So you can create the sketch. You see, it is the started to create on the space, not the plane. So it is a three-dimensional sketch. So right click here and select. So now, in order to use here the web boss here, we need to here convert these points to the tangent point. So in order to do this, I will select here the fillet again and convert these points to the fillet. So with the tangent, I will increase here the value. So, and again on this position also, select this line and select this line. So, and finish the sketch. So I created here this line. This is my path. You see, it is not in the plane. It is in the space. So it is the three-dimensional sketch. So you see, if I rotate here, so this is on this plane and this plane and this plane. So now I will use here the swap boss, and let's create here the circular swap boss. And as a path, I will select this one. So it will create here this kind of element like here. So the complex element, you can create this kind of element. So in the space, so it is the circular one, but you can also create the different profile. So let's create here the plane for the beginning. So create here the plane, select this path, select this point. So here, new plane will be created here. Click OK. And I will select here this new plane. Click here the sketch. So let's create here this kind of profile. That is the slot. So let me use here this option, the center option. So now I have the two sketch. This is my path, which is the three-dimensional sketch, and this is the profile, which is in this case I use as a profile, as a slot. And I want to convert this to the sketch to the solid elements using the swap boss. So I will select here the swap boss, and I will use here the option is the sketch profile, so not the circular one. So as a sketch profile, I will select my slot, and as a path, I will select this path. So So here are the some mistakes. Let me change here my profile. So I will delete this one. Let's create here the rectangular profile. Sorry, here. So web boss. So it's a profile here and select here this one. So it will be the extruded this rectangular profile along this path. So here this we can obtain this kind of element. So can edit here and so I will open another example here. So this one, let's see here what we can learn. So almost similar what we have done here. So the similar here. So we can skip this one. So let's open this example here. So also you can create this kind of elements here with the extrude, that's the cut swap. So let's here we have the solid element, but I want to here make the cut. So here we have the swap cut. This is the similar that's to the swap boss. So but it is the used for the cutting operation. So in order to do this, I will create the first profile here. I will select this face, select here the sketch. So I will here make here the offset, and let's reverse the direction, and let's decrease here the value, for example, the 4 millimeter of the offset of the line. Then click OK and finish the sketch. So I have this profile, and I will use here the swept cut, and here the sketch profile option is used. I will select here this profile, and as a path I will use here the same path which I used for this web. So I will open this one. You can select from here the sketch one. So not the sketch one, sorry. You need to select here the 3D sketch, because the 3D sketch is the path. So 3D sketch. So let me show once more again. So as a profile, I will select this one, and as a path, I will open here and select the 3D sketch. So now you see it is the cutting, and click OK. So it will be cut along this path. So this is the cut swap. This is the swap. So this is the swap cut. So in order to cut, almost similar, but it is the used in order to create the cutting operation. So if you show the section view and select here the proper plane, you can drag, and you can see here the model is cut along this path. So let me open here the new file. Another the function is the lofted boss. Here you can see here the lofted boss, and this kind of element is used in order to create, for example, the complex element. Let me show here some example here. So this one. So using the lofted boss and using the swap boss and so on, you can create this kind of the complex elements like the bottles and so on. So we will do in the practice. Don't worry about this one. So let's use here learn how to use this the lofted boss. So let me create here for example, the one sketch on this top plane. So I created this rectangular sketch on this plane here, and let's create here the one additional reference plane here at a distance. So with respect to this top plane, the top plane at a distance, let's increase here the distance, for example, the 100 millimeter. So now I will create here another sketch on this plane here. Select here this one. So let's create rectangular. So I have the two sketch here. Here the one rectangle and another rectangle in the top. So we can hide this plane. So I want to create the solid body by connecting these two sketches. So in order to do this, we can use here the lofted boss. So select here the lofted boss option and select as a first profile this one. You see it's selected. As a second profile, select this one, and you will see here it will be connected. And you can create the solid body by just connecting these two profiles. In this case, my profile is the rectangle. And here you see the loft is created, the feature. If you open here, it is composed by the two sketches. That's the first sketch and the second sketch here, this one, which is both of them is a rectangle. So even if you can increase the number of the profiles, so as many as you want. For example, I will delete this one, and let's create another datum plane here. So with respect to this one, again 100 millimeter, new datum plane, and I will select this new datum plane and select the sketch, and let's create another profile. For example, any profile, I will use here the rectangle. So now I have the three profiles. So three rectangle, the sketch. This is the first one here, in the middle, and the last one. So I will hide this plane. And I want to create here the solid body by connecting these three profiles using the lofted boss. So I will select the lofted boss. So here. And here, as an input parameter, you need to select here the profile. So I will select the first profile. I will select the second profile. So it will start to connect here. And I will select here the next profile. So it will start to connect here the three elements. So if you select here OK, so you can create this kind of solid body. By connecting the elements here. So I will also you can control the start and end position. For example, the start and position. So start position here by default. So you can create here the normal. So you see the shape is changed. You can here increase the degrees. So shape will be changed here. So this is the lower part is the starting point. So I am changing this lower part starting position. So if I click OK, you will obtain this kind of the complex shape. So also you can control the end position here. In order to do this, you need to go to the end constant. So let's say here the normal to the profile. And you see here that this arrow started to create it. You can control this shape here by the dragging or increasing the angle here, and click OK. And you see that you can obtain this kind of the complex shape and so on. So let me delete this one, and let's also delete this sketch here. So this sketch 2 that's in the middle. So I will show the display. Let's create here another profile, not rectangle one, but different profile in the middle. I will select here this one, click OK. And let's create here the circular profile. So let's create here the circular profile, and here finish the sketch. So I have now in the middle the circular profile, not the rectangle one. So let's see here the result, how it will come in the loft. So select here the loft, select here this profile, and select here the second profile, so that you will obtain this kind of shape here. So click OK. So you can connect these two shapes. So you can edit feature. Again, you can control here the start position and position here. Let's here the start position. You can control the start positions. So you can add here another profile, for example, this profile. If I add here this profile, that's the third profile. That's the rectangle. It will be added this kind of shape here. So this is how to use here the lofted boss. So also in the lofted boss, you can control outer shape. Here which is this one, is the guide curve. So it is in order to control the outer shape of your the model. For example, here we did not control the outer shape here. Let me just delete here the loft one. So we can control outer the shape here. In order to do this, let's create here the new sketch. So on this plane, so let's create here the one sketch on the front plane, and click OK. So it will be the zoomed here. You can rotate and see here. And let's here the draw one spline line here on this plane. I will exit from this one. So this is the outer shape. I want to obtain this kind of shape. So firstly, you need to connect these points with this profile. So with the relation. So in order to do this, click this point and pressing the control the keyboard, select this line, and here select here the make the pierce one. So if you make here this, it will be connected. You see here the point. The same way you will connect, for example, this point, pressing the control the keyboard, select the circle, and here again make the pierce. So again the last point, this one, press the control the keyboard, select this line, and make here the pierce. So this is my outer shape. So this is my outer shape, and finish the sketch. So let's here go to the future again, and select here again the lofted boss. And as a profile, select this profile, the circular profile, and the rectangular profile. If you look here, it is directly connected this three profile, but it is not taking this shape here. You see this shape. If you want to obtain this shape, you need to go to this box. This is the guide curve. So as a guide curve, I will select this curve. So if I select this curve, you see it will take the shape of this outer shape. So outer shape you can control by yourself. If I delete this one from here, it will just connect with a single line. If I select as a guide curve, this one, you will obtain more the complex shape like here. So I will delete this one. Even if you can create as a guide curve more the guide curve. Here we use it only the single guide curve. Let's here create another guide curve the, on the same plane here on the same plane, which is this one. I will make here the mirror. I will go to the edit the sketch here. I want to create the same guide curve on this side, on the left side. So we can use here the mirror one. So in order to do this, firstly, we need to create here the center line, the center line here. That's the reference line. And I will select here the mirror, select this one, and select as a mirror. That's this. So I will obtain it here, the mirror here. So now I have the two guide curves here. I have the two guide curves with the same shape in the both sides. So I will go to the loft here, and I will select the firstly my profiles. The first profile is a rectangle. The second profile, which is the circle, and the next profile is again rectangle. But you see here the shape is not obtained; it's just directly connecting. And I want to obtain more the complex shape, so I will go to the guide curve. I will select as a guide curve to this one and click here to OK. So it will take this shape only in the one side, what we did just before. And as a second guide curve, I will select this one and click OK here. So totally it will becomes symmetrical in the both sides. So why I'm showing you this one? So when you are designing the like the plastic elements like the bottles and so on, it is the very useful tool. You see here it's look like there's a bottle here, in the both sides. You see here the just a moment. So here here this is the first guide curve here, this color, and this is the second one. So I control the outer shape in the both sides here. So you can also control the more. Now we use it only the two guide curves, but let's increase the number of the guide curves. So in order to create the complex shape here, I will delete the list this one. So you see this guide curves is drawn on this plane, which is the front plane. I controlled the outer shape using these two guide curves. Now I want to create another guide curve. For example, in this case, to the right plane here. You see, I want to control on this side. So yeah, I will select the right plane and click here the sketch. So I will draw the guide curve on this plane. So we can create, for example, the arc here, like here, the single arc. What is important that this guide course should be connected to the profile. So you see here it is not connected, but I need to connect by using the geometry constraint. So again, stone. I will select this point, press the control the keyboard, select this point, and here, sorry, again select this one, select this one, and make here the pierce. So very useful tool. So again, you can click here this one, select this one. So make here the pierce one. So this is another guide curve on the display. I want to make here the mirror, the same shape on this side. So firstly, I will create here the center line. That's the reference line. And select here the mirror. Select this sketch and select the center line here. So it is the mirror. So here. and I will finish the sketch. Now I have this kind of sketch here, which is composed by the 3 profiles here, which is in parallel, and 4 guide curves. So this is now I want to create the solid body. So using the lofted boss. So firstly, as usual, I will select my profiles. In this case, these 3 profiles here. And now I will go to the guide curve to control the outer shape. And step by step, I will select the guide curve. So I will select this shape here. So here select this one. So let me just cancel here. Select this one. So click OK. And select this guide curve. So select this guide curve. So sorry, just don't. So we can select from here. So select this one. So I control it to outer shape here and select this one. So it's not taking here. So it's selected now. Now I will select the last one here and select here the default. So you see here, I have this for the guide curve in the list in the left side here. So you can here press OK here. So what is the here sorry, it should be the connected here. So I will go to the edit here and make here this one and this one. That should be the sorry. We need to create here so let me just finish the sketch here. It should be the connector. So let's use here the loft. So I will select here this one. Select the sorry. Let's not select this one. So just select this one, and as a guide curve, select this one. Click OK. Select again this one. Click OK. OK. And the last one. Click OK. So now works here. So now I control my shape in the 4 sides. So here we can look from this view. For example, let's see here this view. So you see here I control this shape here, the symmetrically. If you look from this side here, it controlled by this arc here with the same shape. So for the guide curve is used in this case. So here we have the lofted cut function. It is similar. It is similar to the lofted boss, but it is used for removing the material. So in the lofted boss that we will create the material, but in the lofted cut that we will remove the material. So let's hear as an example how to use the lofted cut. So let me just select here the top plane. So select here the rectangle from the center. Select here the feature. Let's extrude it. The single extrude. We can increase here the value. So let's create here on this top plane one circle. So one circle here. And let's create in the bottom face another the sketch. For example, let's create here the rectangle. And let's create here the fillet on these corners. And finish the sketch. So I have this kind of sketch. So here in the top, I have the circle. In the bottom, I have another profile, which is the rectangular profile. I want to cut this body passing through these two profiles. So in order to do this, I will use here the lofted cut. Select here the lofted cut, and I will delete this one. And select here the first profile, and the second profile, select this one, so it will connect here. And you can see here on this view. Let me just show here here. You see, it is the connecting between these two profiles. So, and if I click here the OK, it will be the cutted, and you can see here so it will be cutted. So this is the loft cut. So it is similar to the loft boss, but it is the used in order for the cutting operation. So you can look here. So you see it is the cutted on this view. So this is the lofted cut. You can control the shape. So here, let me show here that the starting point and end point. Here, the start point. So if you go to the start point and select here the normal to the vertex, so this is the starting point, and you can increase here the value and control the shape here. And if you go to click OK here, let me just so let's create here this one. So here in the lofted cut also, you can control here the guide core, but it is similar what we have seen in the swap boss. So you can also control the outer shape of the cutting operation here. So let me open here the new file. So I will select here the top plane, click here the sketch. So I will create here the rectangle from the center. And I will extrude it. So I have this solid body. And if you look to this solid body, this is the extruded, that is the straight. You see here that the angle is the straight here. But you can add here some draft, some inclination, some angle. So here we have the draft feature. So draft feature is used in order to create some angles. So it is the mostly used in order to design the plastic elements and so on. So if you select here the draft, then here you need to select the manual. And let's say here the use first the neutral plane option here, the first option. And what you need to firstly specify here the neutral plane. So I will select as a neutral plane here this face here, top plane. And as a face to the draft, I will select this face. So you see it is selected. And you can define here the angle of the draft. And if you click here the OK, you see it will be the drafted. And if you look here from this view, you see that this side is slightly the drafted in the angle, and this side is not drafted. Here you see is straight. So this is how to add the draft. If you select here the draft, it will show which draft is added. Here the angle 4 degree of draft is added. And let's try to understand what is the natural plane and what is the phase to draft. So firstly, I use here the natural plane here, this plane, which is this, you see the blue one is the natural plane, which is the plane is the fixed, not changing plane. So it is the fixed. And from this natural plane, it start to create the draft. You can change the direction of the draft. You can in inward draft or outward draft. So by the changing here the direction. So in this case, it is the outward draft. Here you see the upper. If I change here the direction and click OK, it will be the inward draft. You see here it is the drafted on the inner side, starting from this natural plane, and it started to become the drafted to the inner side. So here you can let me just increase here the value. Let's show preview. So you see it is the drafted inward. If you change here the direction, here it will be the drafted outward. So this is the natural plane. That is the plane. It is not changing. It's the constant. And you can add here the faces to the draft more. In this case, here the one. You can add here this face, select this face. You see it becomes the drafted. Here the two faces selected. You can add here this face. So you see it is the drafted. And you can add here this face. So it is also the drafted. So you see all the faces is the drafted. So click OK. And you see you can create the draft like here. Let me just delete this one, the draft, so it will returns to the initial condition. That's the box. Let's add here the draft and natural plane. Let's select here this natural plane, the top, that's the bottom plane, this one. I want to fix this one as a face to draft this one. Let me just show to the preview. So you see it is the let me just show from this side. So bottom face is a natural plane. It's not changing. It's a fixed, and it starts to become the draft this face. So at the angle of the 8 degree, you can increase here the value. So if you add here select here another face, so it will be the drafted. You can add here this face and add this face. Click OK. You see it is the drafted in the outward. So natural plane in this case, this bottom plane. You can go to the edit feature. You can invert the draft angle by inverting the natural plane. So click OK. In this case, it will be the inward draft. So inside direction. So this is how to control the draft for the solid bodies using just the natural plane. So the first option. Now we will see here the second option. This is the parting line. So second option. In order to do this, we need to create some parting line. So let me just delete here this draft to the initial condition. So I will create here some parting line. So in order to do this, I will select here this plane, for example, the front plane. Click OK, the sketch. I will draw here for example, the arc here to finish the sketch. So I draw here this sketch here. And I want to make here the projection of this curve on this surface. I will select here the project curve. I will select this curve, and as a face, I will select this one. So you see, this curve is projected normal to this selected plane. So you can select all the faces here. It will be the projected. So here on this face. Now I will use here the draft. Select here the draft, and here there's a parting line option. So as a parting line, I will select as a parting line this line. So let me just select here the firstly the direction here, this one, and as a parting line I will select this one. So let me just delete this one. Let's create the body. That's the surface body that we will see here. The surface body. I will create here the surface body here. So let's create here the mid plane. So it should be the cross up. So I have this one, and let's create here the future. Let's create here the split line, and select this one, and select this. Sorry, I will delete this one. Select this one. This one. Select all the faces. So and click OK. So let's hide this one. I created this kind of split line, and I will try to create a draft using the parting line, and I will select firstly the edge here, the edge. So I will select here as a parting line this one, so it is not selecting. Sorry. So I will let's skip to this one. So let's skip to this one for a while. I will show the later. So let me open the new file here. So let's create here the top plane, one cylindrical element. So here, select here the extrude. So I will select here the some distance here. So now I want to show here that this function, that is the wrap. I want to create, for example, I will select this plane, select here the sketch, and let's create, for example, the one letter. So the text, select here the text, and type here for example, any text. For example, I will write here the Solidworks. So if you see here this text is started to be created here. You can increase here the font size. So in order to do this here, you need to go to the font and go to the points, and let's increase here the value more, the bigger. You can put to any position. So here, and click here the OK. So I created this text here, and I want to create here that this text is wrapped along this surface. So in order to do this, I will go to the wrap and select, let me just go to the sketch and go to the feature. So go to the wrap again. So select here this sketch. So and select here this option, that boss. You can also the cut. We will see here as a face. Select this face. You see it is the wrapped and extruded on the circular surface, this text. So if you click OK, it will be the wrapped along this circular surface and extruded. This is the wrap function. And here you can define the thickness that's of the boss. You can increase the more. For example, let's then make here the 10. If you click OK, you see it is becomes the more here. is the extruded, the solid element. And let me decrease this value. Here that we use it this option, that's boss option, but also you can use here the this option, that's the boss, it's for the cutting. So I will select this one, and if you click OK, so it will be the boss. That means that is the cutted, that is the inside of this circular surface. So it is the two options to create the wrap. So you can go to the edit. So I will open the new file. This was the about the wrap, and let's select here the top plane again. Click sketch. I want to draw here the rectangle. That's the feature. That extrude. Let include the any value. Click OK. So this is the solid body as we know, because if you go to the section view here, you can check that this is the solid body. There is the full of the material that we can assume that. But we can change this solid body into the plastic material using the shell element here. So let's click here the shell, and click here the face here, for example, top face, and let's define here the thickness 10 millimeter and click OK. Then you will see here that it becomes the shell, that open element. This is the selected surface will be converted to the plastic element, so that will be removed. And you can define here the thickness of the walls. So you can define the thin value, for example, 2 millimeter. So this is the thickness of the shell element. Here you can go to the edit. As a face to remove, you can select this face, for example, the two faces selected, and click OK. You see the two faces is to remove it, and becomes the shell element here, this plastic element. So you can remove the for example this face also. Click OK. So it will becomes this kind of element like here. So okay. So can delete from the list here. So it will become again the initial box element. So this is how to use the shell element for the plastic element. So also we have this function that is the rip. So let me open the one file here to see to show what is the rip is that. So let me just go to my folder here. So this one. Just a moment. So let me try to open this part here. So okay, try to open this one. Since it is I will just a moment. I will delete this one. So I will close the files here. So now let's try to open this file again. Since they are the same name, that's why it's not opening. Now it's opened. Here you can see the some example of the plastic element that is designed in the Solidworks. So here you see that. Let me just go to the initial condition here. Initially, this kind of solid element is extruded using the just single extrude boss function. And you see it is too simple. You see the boss extrude is used. And then as a next step, that is the converted to the plastic element using the shell element and so on. And other feature is started to be created here. So again, the one element here, the fillet and so on. What I want to show here, this feature here, you see this one is called as a rib. You see here in the list rib is the used for the plastic elements, designing of the plastic elements in order to increase the strength of the plastic element. So you know that in the plastic element the very thin, and this kind of elements is used in the plastic elements. So let me just show here the example of the ribs. Try to show here. So with the real example, so here here you can see here this one. You see here this example of the plastic element, and here that there is so many the ribs that in order to increase the strength of that's the supporting elements, like here that's the, so that's why this tool is very useful in the SolidWorks. So how to create the rib. So let me show how to create the rib in this case. So open the new file. So let's select here the top plane, create the sketch, and let's create here the just single body, rectangular body, and let's increase here the value. So I will convert here to the plastic element using the shell. So let's define here the more thinner. Let's make here the 4. So I have this box, plastic box, and I want to add the rib for this plastic box. So I will do, for example, firstly I will create a new plane here, the new plane at a distance with respect to this one. So let's change here the value to the 10 and reverse the direction little bit downward. Click OK. So I will select here this new plane, select the sketch, and just I will draw the single line, I mean the profile for the rib. For example, let's create here this one and connect here to this position. It should be obviously the tangent onto these points. So we can finish the sketch. Here I have this sketch, just single sketch, and I want to create the rib for this plastic element using this single sketch. So I will go to the rib and I will select here this sketch. So you see here they start to create this illustration, and you need to go to here this option. So you have the 2 options. It could be the parallel or it could be the normal to the sketch. So in this case we will use the normal, And here you can define here the thickness of the rib. So let's make here 2 millimeter. And you can here the define here the option. That's first you can make here the single side. Here you see the only the single side. You can make here the symmetric in the both side, or the single side onto the single. So in most cases it will be this kind of so symmetric. And if you click here the OK, you see that the rib is just single rib is start to create it here on this side. So here this rib is created. Go to the edit feature, and you can add here the some angle for the rib. So by default is the constant, but you can increase here the let me just show here this result first. So let's look from the top view. If you look here, this is our rib. That is with the degree of the 1 degree. So if you go to the feature and increase this value and click OK, so you see the rib start to do the increase here, the draft. So it start to do increase here. So this is how to create the rib. So, but with the practice, we will see them more. So now let's hear the another function. Here you can see here the intersection. So here the rib, draft, the shell, the intersection, and mostly the wrap is the mostly used for the designing the plastic element. So they are that's why they are in the closer position here. So let's hear the how to use the intersection. So in order to do this, I will create here the one sketch again. So using the 3-point arc. So I will select here the surface, just single extrude this line here. That's with the mid plane. So I will increase value here. So now I want to create the intersection between this solid body and this surface element. So in order to do this, I will go to the intersection in the feature tab and select this surface element and select this solid element and select here the intersection. So it will start create the intersection between these two elements. And you can here see by clicking this one, hide the lower part, or you can hide the upper part like here. So you can create this intersection. Also, you can go to the option and just make here the merge this active here. And you can show again both of them and so on. And go to the click OK. So I created the intersection between these two elements. I will hide this one, and I will hide the upper part. Only the lower part that is obtained here. And you can convert this to the here. Sorry, just a moment. So this is how to create the intersection. So I only obtained this lower part here. You can go to this one, and you can again hide or show all of them here by clicking this and click OK. And you can go to here the solid body, and you can show the upper part and so on. You can open here the surface body and in a different group, or the solid body, which is composed by the two upper and lower parts here. So let me just hide this one again. Try to convert this to the shell element. So here, So it's not converting. So this is the how to use the intersection. So here, the more or less that we have seen all the features here, starting that's as a conclusion of the future. So what we have done here, we started with the sketch. So always when you are creating the model, you will start with the sketch, with the two-dimensional sketch with the dimension and constraints and so on. So the constraint is important in order to become the sketch more precise. So then after the sketch tab, that you will convert the two-dimensional sketch in the future tab into the solid elements. Like the most commonly is the extruded boss and the revolved boss. Also the extruded cut here and the revolved cut here. And you can create the advanced solid element that we have seen today, that is the swept boss and the lofted boss, so solid elements. Also, you can create here the cut, also the swept cut and lofted cut. And we have seen here the fillet and chamfer. So they are the non-sketch based features. So we have seen how to create the fillet and chamfer. Also, we have seen that how to increase the linearly and circularly the features, that solid elements. So and here next group is the mostly that is the used for the creating some plastic elements, that is the rib, the draft, the shell, and so on. The intersection also the important to create the complex shape. And what is the important here? The reference geometry. So we have seen here how to create the reference geometry, like the additional planes and so on. Because here we have the initial the reference geometry, the three planes, that front plane, that's the right plane and top plane. But in most cases, these three reference planes is not enough for creating the complex shapes. So that's why here the reference geometry is used in order to create that additional helping the reference planes to access the coordinate system and so on. So they are the important to creating the complex shape and so on. So we have completed here the sketch and future the tabs. Also, if you look here, in my case, the surface, the tab is active, but if in your case it's not active, you will just right click any tab and go to the tab, and you can activate the tab. For example, here you see the surface tab is active in my cases. If I click this one, so it will be disactivated from the top menu. So here you see that there is no the surface tab. And if you want to add here the surface tab again, right click and go to the surface and click here the surface. So it will be added here the surface tab. If you look here the functions of the surface tab, they are almost similar that we have seen here in the future tab. Starting from the extruded, revolved, and so on, you can see here. Step by step, we will see that these features also a little bit. So how to create the surface elements and so on. But they are almost similar. So what is the difference between the solid element and the surface element? So in the surface element, there is no any volume. So in the future element that we can see here, the volume, it is the material and so on. So here that we can finish the first pair. In the second pair that we will go a little bit with the practice. So here I hope that will be the more interesting. So we will try to model this kind of the element that is the composite several elements. That's the room and so on. So we need to design all of the components and so on. So it will be the more useful for the architectural students. So in the second pair that we will go with this one. Now we can make here some break around 10 minutes. Then we can continue.